Mr. Touray,
Yes.
you had 2 employees in council. It was the period for COVID-19. You had no basis to terminate their services. You decided that you will terminate their service because they were on temporary appointment.
Yes.
And that's your only reason. How much were you paid? How much was their salary?
Pardon?
How much was their salary?
That I cannot remember right now.
So revenue was still being collected?
Pardon?
Revenue was still being collected during the period of COVID?
At the Lumo, no.
Not at the Lumo. There was no Lumo.
No.
For how long?
I cannot remember, but it took months anyway.
You don't know the period?
No.
And so they were not compensated? You didn't give them adequate notice? You just decided to terminate their service just like that? What is the reason behind it?
It's because of COVID. That was the reason why we terminated their service.
But because of COVID doesn't mean you don't have to follow process, due process.
Actually, I know the due process was not taken, but
For how long have they been working as a temporal revenue collector? Do you know?
unless I look at their letters.
The appointment letters.
Yes.
All right. We'll ask that you provide us with the appointment letters.
Pardon?
We ask that you provide us with the appointment letters.
Who, me?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me ask, I believe Mr. Kamara is here. We'll see whether we have one of the appointment letters exhibited. The appointment letters of Miss Maria Khan and Fatou Jeng. Do we have it? Maria Khan and Fatou Jeng. Okay, while the registrar is checking the appointments, will proceed to other issues. Now, the other question I have for you is in relation to the finance department. The revenue collection that you have, what was your relationship with the finance director? Was he doing this assessment, or was it left solely at the discretion of the revenue collectors?
Was he
For the
doing?
rates, yes.
Can you come again? Eh?
Was he doing this assessment? Was he spearheading the assessment?
The director of finance?
Yes.
No.
He was not.
No, he was not going with them in the field.
Now I have the appointment letter here. Let me just give it to you. That of Fatou Jeng and Mariam. Yes, that is the appointment for given to, is it Fado Jeng?
Yes.
Now, can you please read that appointment letter?
I'm writing to offer your appointment as Lumo collector at Kerewan Reconciliate, effective from the 1st of August 2013. You will be paid on grade 1.1 of the government integrated pay scale, which is 9,922 per annum or 827 per month. Duties and responsibilities. Your duties will be to collect all market dues and pay to the finance department. You are also tasked to advise and facilitate the smooth operation of the LUMO and any other duties assigned to you by the head of unit.
That's not where it stops.
Your appointment will be terminated either by the council or by yourself upon giving 1 month prior notice, in which, in writing or upon payment of a 1 month salary in lieu of notice.
All right. You confirm the other file is the file for Fado Jeng?
Is for Fadjang.
Correct?
Yes.
We apply to tender the employment file of Fado Jeng and Mariama Khan into evidence as an exhibit.
The Kerewan Area Council personal files for Fatu Jeng, Lumo Collector with reference KAC/P/146, and the personal file for Mariama Khan, Market Collector with reference KAC/P/139/01. These 2 files are admitted in evidence as exhibit, and they are marked as LGC/KEAC/SKT/003.
Ask the commission, please. Mr. Touray, starting with Fado Jeng, the Lumo collector. She was appointed in 2018. Correct?
Yes.
She worked from 2018 July through 2019 and 2020. And on the 1st of April 2020, you decided to terminate her service. She'd worked more than 1 year.
Yes.
So for how long was the temporal appointment supposed to last?
Actually, for this appointment, there was no limitation for the temporal appointment.
No one can be, if you are appointed temporarily, there has to be a specific period. No one can be appointed in perpetuity and then you classify it as a temporal appointment. Do you understand that?
Yes, it was happening anyway.
No, that's not proper.
Okay.
It's not correct. And even you yourself, you should know better that you can't appoint someone as a temporal appointee and you expect them to work for the next 10 years. What is temporal? What do you understand by temporal, the word temporal?
It's an appointment that can be, that to my understanding, I believe it is an appointment that you are not entitled to certain benefits.
What is the understanding you have when we say the word temporal? What is temporal to you?
That the appointment is not permanent. It can be revoked anytime. That's what I believe.
It can be revoked anytime?
Yes.
No, that's what it says. That's not what temporal appointment means. There has to be a specific period for it. Do you understand that?
Yes.
That's what the meaning of temporal is. It's not a permanent appointment. But they have to work for 3 years, or close to 3 years. It's no longer a temporal appointment. You can no longer classify that as a temporal appointment, because they have been working from 2019 to 2018 to 2020. Is that not the case?
Yes.
So it's no longer temporal. You have discriminated them for whatever reason you have. And more so, the letter says that they are entitled to 1 month notice, or 1 month properly. Would you accept such oversight? Properly, would you accept such oversight? You will not. So and you have referred to their letters, why did you not follow the instructions then? But the letter you have written to them says that with reference to your letter, that is the offer of appointment as temporal loom or market collector, dated the 31st of July 2018, that's for Fatu Jeng. And you even have it wrong, because the letter says 30th of July 2018. Council is facing some challenges in meeting the demands of the taxpayers. It has been realized that your place of work is dormant, and Council is paying you without working for it. Because of the COVID-19, we advise to lay off all temporal appointment, which Kerewan Area Council is not an exception. Based on that, and you have said that it is so true, you were not advised. You said it was a discussion.
Yes, it was
so
a discussion.
what you have written in your letter is totally false. That based on that, you have been informed, which with effect from the 30th of April 2020, your contract as a temporal appointee has been terminated. And effect from the date stated, you are not entitled to any payment from the council as a collector. So virtually, you only give them 9 days notice that at the end of the month you will terminate their service, because the date of the letter is 21st of April 2020, and they had until 30th of April to leave the job. And you had told them there will not be any entitlement. How can you do this? Is council your private property? I'm asking you, Mr. Touray, is council your private property? Is it your private business? As CEO, that's how you understand it? Because everyone sees you as a godfather, as a demigod. All the CEOs and the mayors and the chairman. That's how they see you people. The one for Mariama Khan, she applied for a market collector in 2017, correct? And then she was appointed the 8th of January 2018, and the appointment reads, with reference to your letter dated the 31st of October 2017, with the heading application of the position of a market collector, I am to write and inform you that your application is approved to be appointed as temporary market collector with effect from the 3rd of January 2018. Now, as stated by the local government service rules, a person given a temporary appointment will not be entitled to any of the benefits attached to a permanent appointment, except that should be the temporary appointment exceed 12 months. All of these people, their appointments have exceeded 12 months. Do you see that? 12 months continuous service, and they should entitled to paid annual leave and maybe granted the rate applicable to the post. So all of them, they have exceeded the 12 months. Why do you classify them as a temporal appointee even after 12 months? I'm asking you, sir.
I know we only terminated their service because of the COVID.
That is not the question. After 12 months, they will have all the entitlement.
Yes.
Why do you still treat them as temporal appointees, even though you knew that you yourself quoted this? You employed them.
Yes.
Yes, you were the one who quoted this in your letter. I believe that. Yes.
Sorry, just conclude, let him answer the question, and we will rise because GRA is taking the signal.
Yes.
Actually, their service was terminated.
So I believe we can proceed after we are back. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, thank you very much. Yeah. Oh, tomorrow. Okay.